Good morning. This is JNI News with
Junie and
Isabel. Today is Wednesday,
May 29,
2019.
Today's topic is Southern Asia, especially India.
The people that we can see in India include the Negrito, the Proto, the Mongoloids, the Mediterranean, the Western Brachycephalids, and the Nordic Iranians.
India's contribution includes India invented zero and the number system, one of the greatest inventions in history. The decimal system, the variable pi, algebra, calculus, and many mathematical concepts were all born in India.
Now we will go to historical events with Junie.
The first historical event was the rise of the religions, which is the Buddhism and the Jainism. The primary cause for the rise of the religion was the caste system not allowing for the social movement. The caste system in the social hierarchy, the priests were on the top and the sheriffs were on the bottom. Some of the effect of the rise of the religions was the growth of the language and literature and influence on the politics. And the rise of the Buddhism and the Jainism didn't end, but those religions spread throughout the world. One of the most important events in India was the independence of India in 1947.
The event began with the conflict between Hindus and Muslims. At the time, British Parliament decided through an Independence Act of India to give India its independence.
The main issue was in August 1947 when after 300 years in India into two independent nation states, which is the Hindu majority India and Muslim or Pakistan. The effect of the Indian was the Independent Act in 1947.
India and Pakistan are still independent countries.
The second event was the Alexander invasion of India went into the northwest region of the India, opened up the land routes between the Greek worlds in the west and the Indian subcontinent. And then the invasion came with the conquest and when Alexander's death. We have to talk about current events in India with Isabel.
Thank you.
The first event was the faced by Indian population due to air pollution.
We all know that air quality and air pollution has been a growing issue throughout the world, but India is facing a bigger issue because most of its cities, as you can see through this map, are faced with hazardous or unhealthy air quality, which can affect the population's health. Recently, as of January 2019, the government has come up with a national clean air program. This program has closed coal-fired power plants and has banned the use of certain industrial fuels within cities. And on days that the air quality is extremely low, the pollution, they halt construction and they ban trucks entering cities.
And some of the effects of the health is the 2017 1.2 million people died by choking on the smoke.
Our second event / informational part of current events is related to our first subject of health. Our first subject is talking about issues that are creating health problems, and our second one is about the health care itself that is being given / not being given to the population of India. India is one of the countries leading in the production of doctors, but most doctors trained in India do not stay in India. And the ones that do stay at private hospitals in urban cities. This leaves people in rural areas with not much money, hopeless, without health care. To fight this battle, the government of India has received help from both the UK and the US through programs such as Doctors Without Borders. And they have made it so that the Constitution has been updated so that each state must provide its own health care to its population. Our final event is the 2019 Indian elections.
The Indian elections started on April 11 and it ended in May 19. The vote will counting on May 23rd, 2019.
The elections are mainly between the frontrunner, the Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party, who won 282 seats in 2014's election, and it's ran by Narendra Modi. Their opposition is from the Congress Party, led by Rahul Gandhi. The current Prime Minister is Narendra Modi, and the opposition is seeking a united stance to deny him a second term. Voters in Delhi and India's northern regions are voting in a 7-phase general elections for this vote. As you can see, there's a total of 900 million registered voters and a 66% turnout, which is higher than 2014's elections. There's a total of 2,354 registered political parties, but these two are the main parties. So it will end, and India might have a new prime minister. Hey guys, to end our topic on South Asia, we will be making a Southern Indian styled kurma with a twist, the twist being that it is vegan. To start off, let's go over our ingredients. In this bowl, we have about 4 cups of vegetables, including peas, cauliflower, and potatoes. We have salt for taste, 2 cups of water, 2 Roma tomatoes, coconut oil, turmeric, red chili powder, ground coriander, mustard seed, and bay leaves. In here we have 20 raw cashews. We have 16 cloves of garlic, some ginger, and 2 green chilies. We have some shredded coconut. We have fennel, clove, poppy seeds, cinnamon, and a few other Indian spices. For our first steps, we will need to boil our vegetables, and we will need to dry roast our masala spices. Now to make the masala. We have put all of our dry roasted spices into our blender / food processor, depending on what you have. Now we are going to add in our cashews, our shredded coconut, and green chilies, ginger, and garlic. We start blending this, and as you go, once it has been blended, you are going to try to get a paste. So if you need to, you add water very slowly, a little at a time. Now that we have our vegan homemade masala, we are going to drain our boiled vegetables. And while those drain, I forgot to tell you guys, we have onion. Sorry about that. We shall now melt our coconut oil in our skillet. So as that melts, we are to wait a few minutes. Oops. And to our coconut oil, we are going to add our mustard seeds and wait until they all pop, and then we will add in our bay leaves And then once those have been cooking for a few seconds, we will add in all of our onion until it is translucent, and we will also add in our turmeric. So, mustard seeds. So let those sit for a few minutes and cook. Now that our onions are translucent, we are to add in our Roma tomatoes and our red chili powder and let them fry until it becomes mushy, and then we're going to add in 1 cup of water. Actually, we're going to put in 2 cups of water because I doubled this recipe. And then we're going to let that cook for a minute. Then we're going to add in our masala. Once that has been cooking for about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to transfer it into our big pot and add in our vegetables and let that cook for another 5 to 10 minutes. So it's now time to combine both our boiled vegetables and our curry mixture into this pot so that we can brain fart, so that we can cook it for 5 to 10 more minutes. If they were still very hot, I would recommend pouring away from you so you don't get burnt or anything, but they're not hot, so. To mix it, and then you're going to put it on the stove on medium and let it combine well covered for a good 5 to 10 minutes. It's on medium heat, and you're gonna cover it and let it cook. So it's been 10-ish minutes, and it's time to take our karma off the stove. So to add a little bit of crunch and a little bit of a different color than the turmeric yellow, I added in some carrots as well. So this meal, I doubled it, but a smaller portion will be good for like an easy family dinner. I think it smells really good. My mom, a few minutes ago, walked in. She was like, "Wow, Isabel, that smells really good," which is really weird because I thought she was asleep. If you make this, it's good in the refrigerator for about 3 days. I'm going to freeze this before our class and then thaw it and re-warm it up because it can do that. for you guys, because I think it tastes great with Indian food, I brought some naan bread to eat with our karma. For you guys, I'm going to give you guys a quick little look at it. So this is what it looks like. It has the cauliflower, the carrot, the onion. It smells really good. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys' projects turn out great because I'm excited to see what you guys do. Thank you for watching our news video.
Have a great day.
Enjoy some Indian food. This has been J&I News.
Bye.